Hi again, this is Dave from NLP Secrets. Today we're going to be learning about rapport building skills. Before we go into subject matter, I would appreciate a like and for you to hit the bell icon so whenever we come out with a new video, you guys will be informed. We're not in this for the money or fame or anything else. We just want to help the public. We want people to be aware so they don't get manipulated into doing things that they don't want to do. And learning the skills to get the things that you want out of life. Okay, let me go to the next slide. Okay. Matching and mirroring movements. What does that mean? Let me explain something. You have to be very, very subtle when you're using these techniques, and I'll tell you why. If you get caught doing them, it's going to be extremely awkward. It's very, very, very important to do things very subtly. Okay, matching and mirroring movements. Say you're sitting and talking to your boss. Okay? And he's talking to you, and he starts doing this while he's talking to you. About 5 seconds later, you make a similar gesture. Say he's sitting there doing this or fidgeting in a certain way. 5 seconds later, you do similar gestures. What that does, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that makes them feel, unconsciously of course, like you just like them. It's an interesting, very interesting phenomena. Matching voice tonality. Matching voice tone. If a person is talking very softly and very slowly, you want to talk at the same rates that they're talking. Believe it or not, that's a very powerful tool. It's like if you're in an argument with somebody and they're yelling and screaming and flailing their arms, etc. If you start talking in a lower voice, eventually their voices will come down as well. Matching and mirroring eye movements. You know, you're looking up, you're looking to the side. Again, every time an eye movement is made, about 5 seconds later, you mimic the eye movement. Also, blink rate. Again, what this does is on an unconscious level, it makes the other person feel that you're just like them. And of course, if you're just like them, they're going to like you that much more. Okay. How do you know that these things are working? How do you know if this person is mentally connected to you? It's actually quite simple. Let me show you. The person is talking to you, and you notice like this, like this, like this. They start matching and mirroring your movements. That's how you can tell that you have a rapport and that you are both connected. See how that works? It's very interesting. Okay. Now, if you want to make a person responsive to you, in other words, you want the raise, you want to go out with the girl, you want to make a friend of somebody, you want to know who these people are, right or wrong. Let's face it, when you first meet a person, most of the time they will be on their best behavior. They'll lie to you. They'll tell you things that aren't true, especially when it comes to the dating scene. That's especially when it comes to the dating scene. So you want to know who these people really are, what are the things they are looking for, and how they actually feel about things. I'm going to teach you a technique. It's a very, very effective technique. It'll work in dating, it'll work in business, it'll work with cars, it'll work with almost any kind of a situation. I'm going to give you an example. When somebody is talking, you want to primarily be the listener. You listen intently to the things that they say to you. In most sentences they tell you, they're going to have key words within those sentences. Let me give you an example of what I mean, guys. Now, mind you, the subject matter has to be what you're after. Like a dating scene. Oh, I loved my ex-boyfriend. However, I didn't like how boring he was. Boring is a key word. I didn't like how cheap he was. He would never buy me anything. Cheap, key word. I did like the idea that he liked to travel. Like to travel, key word. After a short period of time, you have a plethora of key words that are telling you about this person and they don't even know that they've told you anything. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's going to happen is with all of those key words, you put a model together in your mind of the things that this person is after, his or her real thoughts or feelings, etc. You're going to hook up a model of yourself to meet the criteria of the person that you are engaged in. And let me tell you something. This works extremely well. It works in almost every single situation. It's an excellent, excellent technique. But again, you want to be the listener. Remember, you want to hear what they're saying. Also, it kind of makes you a human lie detector as well. Think about it. You can find out whether a person is being, how can I put this, dishonest with you. And let's face it, you want to know, especially for women. You women out there don't want to wind up with some creep. Okay. the versions and strings it's a very, very powerful tool to get, to get the things that you want. It'll help you get raises. It will help you pretty much attain anything you want, you want to attain. If you're a salesperson, this is especially good because you want to know what the customer is thinking and how you can get them to buy your products. Okay, another thing that you can do is you can mirror their breathing. The mirroring process is a very, very good indicator. If a person is breathing heavy, they're anxious. If a person is breathing normally, they're relaxed. If a person is excited about something, it's going to increase. Again, just like, the movements and everything else, you want to match the breath of the person that you're dealing with. All of these things on an unconscious level builds a rapport. Okay. I have a friend of mine. His name is Robert. He has a YouTube channel called Best Free ESL Tips. Check out my friend's YouTube channel. If you're interested in learning English, this guy is fantastic. He's been a friend of mine for over 20 years. Honestly, he's my best friend. I've known him almost 40 years. 38 years, actually, to be totally exact. Check out his channel. Maybe subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Again, with our videos, our comments, our subscribing, and our likes are extremely important to us because we want to know if we're doing a good job. I'd also like to know from you guys the things that you're interested in doing. It's very important to me because I can teach you how to grab these things and get what you want. Relationships, raises, jobs, etc., you name it. I've been doing this for, about over 20 years, 20-something years. And I have tried these techniques myself several times. And I would say about 90 to 95% of the time, they work flawlessly. The only way you're going to be able to do these things is with practice. It can be fun. Like I told you in the last video, there are ethics. Okay, you don't want to hurt anyone. You want them, to feel comfortable with you too. So be very careful also. But I'm telling you, go out there every day, try these techniques, and respond back to me. You won't be sorry, trust me, guys. Okay, that's it for today. Again, hit the like button and ring the bell, and I will see you again real soon.